Joe Zikas from YoChicago.com. I'm at Superior 110, the Blue Building in River North.
Hey, Joe.
Greg Eldridge from Ad Properties. Good morning, Greg.
How are you?
It's got to be great when you're looking out on something like this.
Well, it's a beautiful day in paradise. This is one of our terrace units. On the 7th floor, we have two half-floor residences that have the added feature of some very large terrace space. We're on the southeast terrace of Unit 701, which also has a southwest terrace. The cumulative terrace space is about 1,100 square feet in this one. And then in 703, we have about 1,400 square feet of terrace space. And then you add that to the green roof space, which comprises the rest of the outdoor space. And it's a very cool, private sort of outdoor experience in the middle of the city. One of the nice things about this building in this area we've talked about before is the lack of density in the neighborhood. So we're on the 7th floor, but you really have some nice views, and views that aren't likely to go anywhere because everything around us is pretty much built up. So what you're looking at, you'll be looking at for a while, and it is a beautiful view today. This is the kitchen, living, dining room of 701. This unit actually was one of the very first units to sell in this building, and then the original buyer wasn't able to close. Very common story around the new construction world over the last few years. So we got it back to sell. They had actually very much customized this floor plan and done it in a very, very nice way. This kitchen is one of the cooler layouts for kitchens in the half-floor units, and then you have a really nicely spaced out living area that you can do a lot with. Like the kitchen, you know, they did panels on the 48-inch Sub-Zero. I mean, it's all the same standard stuff. That we have at Superior 110, they just did some very cool, unique things. And then from this space, the smaller terrace that we were just speaking on is to the east, and then to the west is a very large, super sunny terrace.
Let's go out and take a look at that.
Let's do. This terrace you can access from the kitchen, living, dining room where we just came from, as well as the master suite and the third bedroom, which they have set up actually with a wet bar, which works very well for kind of this as an entertaining space.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Look at this.
It keeps on going.
This is unexpected.
And so you have south and west exposure here, so it's sunny every moment of every day pretty much. So tomato plants, tanning beds, whatever you want. I mean, it's I think Miami Beach rooftop up here is, I think, what would be pretty cool. And then you can see a little bit of the green roof there, and then the terrace past that is for Unit 703. So it's very private. Really don't have neighbors that you're dealing with. This is actually kind of an interesting time to look at the blue glass from the outside because you can't even see in the building. Super private. Part of the terrace is also covered, as you can tell, so you know, if you had grills out here or whatever, I mean, you could actually hang out here when it's raining and just kind of experience that without getting wet. Kind of cool.
One of the better outdoor spaces I've seen anywhere in this area.
Isn't it cool? I mean, it's a nice combination of having that smaller terrace to the east off of the living area, grills, little, you know, outdoor space. I mean, not little, fairly substantial outdoor space, and then you've got this, which is, I mean, you could have 50 people out here and still have a ton of room. I mean, it's a really, really cool space.
What would this set me back, Greg?
This is 1199. 12, basically. That does include two deeded garage parking spots. We have side-by-side spots reserved for all the half-floor units, and the garage is on floors 2 through 6, so it's going to be on one of the lower floors in the garage, so very convenient.
And somebody also has the option of buying this as a full floor?
Absolutely. Yeah, we actually had someone looking at this really strongly a couple months ago, but you know, we've talked about the full floor stuff before. This building is constructed in such a way with the drywalled ceilings, etc., that we have a lot of flexibility, even at this stage where the units are finished, to create something that's very customizable. I mean, we can create, and added to the fact that There aren't units beneath us, so we have a lot of flexibility with doing stuff, you know, changing stuff around, where on upper floors we wouldn't even have that much flexibility. So yeah, we can do that in a big way. And then you would have, I mean, you could create pathways to connect all the outdoor spaces. It would be crazy. I mean, you'd have a total of, as it sits, 2,500 square feet of outdoor space. I mean, that's a lot. And the unit itself would be about 4,600 interior space.
You could almost set up a skating rink out here in the winter
Totally.
time. There's enough space just about for it.
For sure. Yeah, you could do a little sledding, cross-country skiing, you know, whatever you want to do.
Whatever.
Absolutely.